day. Oh, I can say I can feel real good about what has happened today. I lost a lot of bets today. A lot of games got out of control, and Friday was not a good betting day for me. Certain aspects it was, but a lot of it wasn't. Today was a weird day to make bets. But I digress. We're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. Just getting started. Because now we get to get into what's really going on out here and what we really need to address. Your Los Angeles Lakers. Oh, Laker fans, Laker fans, Laker fans. I am so glad that I am making this video tonight. I lost because I actually betted on the Lakers and gave them the points. I thought they was going to beat Boston tonight. And this bet was made before I knew LeBron was going to. And I'm trying to figure out why he played. None of it is making any sense whatsoever. Now, some people say they hate being right. I'm one of the main people that says I love to say the words, I told you so. I told you so. I love to tell you that. These are the moments. These are the moments why I love to use those words, I told you so. And everyone is going to say, oh, how wrong you are for that. Zeno, you're wrong. How dare you say something like that? That's just so mean. What's mean about it? It is as truthful and as honest as anything anybody could ever tell someone. I love to say I told you so. That means I knew it all along. And we tried to tell you guys. We tried to tell you guys. Cantor's revenge. We tried to. We begged and implored you to listen to the facts. Look at the research. Look at the paperwork. It shows. You add it all up, trash. AD scored a lot of points. The Lakers could not keep up with the Boston Celtics. All because they are younger. That's it. Nobody could guard anybody on the Boston Celtics. As bad as the Celtics have been playing all season long, they had no problem with the Lakers because the Lakers couldn't guard them. They couldn't keep a guy in front of them. Whoever had the ball, whoever was guarding them on the Lakers, they had no problem getting by them. They said, oh, he's guarding me? Gone. No problem. And it happened all night long. Dennis Schroeder was cooking them. Y'all talk about Cantor's revenge. No! This was Dennis Schroeder's revenge. Oh, I was enjoying it all through the game. LeBron was looking like a fool because on defense they getting cooked and then he's just standing around looking like, where's the play supposed to go? Tatum's wide open every play because they got to come and help because everybody's getting cooked. So all you got to do is hit open shots because you're going to have an open shot because they're going to have to help out. They don't have the personnel to compete. So if you don't have the personnel to compete, these are the results of not having that personnel. Well, it all depends. You got a lot of people making a lot of big decisions in the world. So you never know. It all depends how people want to play things out. You always got certain people that put other people in a pedestal. And say, he's the alpha and omega of what we're doing. You got those people. Then you got people who don't do that. You think this is hate on LeBron? That the Lakers are terrible as a basketball team defensively? The Lakers scored 100 points tonight, and that was the best performance they have put up in a long time. And they barely touched 100 points. They could not keep up with the Boston Celtics. The Celtics put up 130 points. Do you know why? Because they could not be stopped. It was too easy. Everything they got was gotten easy. And why was it gotten so easy? Because they had no one to stop the ball. It's exactly what we told you. You got all of these old legs trying to guard these young guys. And the Celtics are not even that young. They just more athletic and more talented. They was getting by. They tried to put Monk on people. They got by him. Bazemore was in there. They got by him. LeBron is there. They got by him. Who do they have that can guard people? THT, the shutdown defender from Chicago. I haven't seen that guy. They said, well, Lowe said, hey, his first game, he just got back. Huh, okay. We're just running lights. Cool again. It's his first game back. He just wanted to touch bases and do his own thing. I ain't got no problem with that. If he needs time to get himself back adjusted to being who he is, then that's fine. Let him do that. Spend the time to get back adjusted. Let's see what he can do later on down the line. But do the Lakers have that kind of time? AD put up 31 points tonight. Offensively. But what does it matter when defensively you can't stop anybody? Games are won by people stopping people. You got to put stops together. Because if you're depending on these guys to miss open shots, this is the NBA. You keep giving guys open shots, you're going to be out of a game real fast. So you got decisions to make. Nobody is getting notifications. It's crazy. It's easy to be on fire when you're shooting open shots. Jason Tatum has probably never had this many open looks. If you look at how many shots he hit that was contested, if you hit a bunch of open shots, even when it's one contested, you're going to get them to go. You get in a rhythm of shooting. And guys was just driving and kicking. They couldn't stop Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder was doing whatever he wanted to do. The guys doing what they want to do. I'm like, man, this is easy. Everybody who got the ball on the Celtics was killing them. They could not keep the ball in front of them. All night long, they couldn't. By the third quarter, they were tired. They could not keep running They stood with him close to close for 3 quarters. And halfway through 3 quarters, then they just start pulling away. In the third, the Lakers got tired. And somebody, man, it's LeBron's first game back, man. Everything's about him. I said the Lakers, defensively, not just LeBron, all of them cannot keep a guy in front of them. In this league, if you can't keep the ball handler in front of you to force him to have to pass, if he can get by you by just doing a cross and taking you off the dribble, you're going to have problems defensively. Because that's going to take your other back end. They got to come up to cover you and your lack of defense, letting him penetrate. The Lakers have given up so many transition baskets and shots off penetration kicks. It is like unbelievable. And they swinging the ball and guys are wide open for shots. LeBron's is standing around and it's looking bad. And I told people, even when LeBron plays, it looks bad. So they act like the Lakers play better when LeBron's on the court. They don't. He played tonight. They did not look better. They look like the same Laker team we've always seen. Same issues, turnovers, stupid, erratic shots, not knowing who should be shooting the ball, no communication on defense. This is what happens when you don't practice, people. When you don't practice, this is what happens. When you just do shoot-arounds, this is what happens. It's easy to get exposed when you're not doing anything to change the narrative. It's easy to get exposed. You basically said, come and expose me, because I'm a fraud. Russ wanted to come to LA. LeBron made that possible. Now they got their whipping boy. Can nobody blame Trez? Can nobody blame none of these dudes no more? Those days are over. They over, folks. Yeah, now it's all Vogel's fault. It ain't really Vogel's fault. He was a lame duck coach. They hired him. LeBron doing all the coaching. So he was a lame duck coach. It was Jason Kidd last season doing that coaching. Now that Jay Kidd gone, they paid all that money to Jason. He was like, man, look, y'all plan on keeping this Vogel dude for a while. I'm up. That's why the players was like, man, we miss him. Russ ain't the only one getting beat out there. LeBron got beat off the dribble about 50 times tonight. Everybody was getting beat off the dribble. I can't name a time the team put up 130 points. If a team puts up 130 points on you, somebody couldn't keep the guy in front of him. The point guard had a very busy day. He did his job to perfection. If your team put up 130 points, you're supposed to win the game. Thank you. Hit the like button. The Cash App is Carcino. I have no idea what's going on, good people. It's a lot of bad stuff happening with this nonsense, but hey, we doing what we got to do. We're trying to fight through it, but it's been a nightmare, and we still just trying to get things done. Still popping out the videos. You know, the hate is real, because they don't want the truth out there, but we knocking on their door saying, here we are, hear us roar. Yeah. Don't forget to follow at Kwame Brown Bus Life and Self Talk, and welcome to HD2B with the 2 eyes at D Style Boxing. I never wanted to be the type of person to try to stop another person from being great. That wouldn't vibe well with me. If another person is being great, why would I want to stop that? They're being great. What you gonna do? Try to take that away from them? Why? They got dreams too. Everybody want to strive to be something, you know, and they should have the opportunity. The game of the NBA is about all these players doing and working hard and playing, and they got families too. They got people that care about them and give a damn about them. So why not them? Why not them getting some shine? I had so many different people that tried to get at me to do different things, saying, yo, let's do an interview, let's do all this other, but they only doing it from okay, I'm trying to see, I'm on you, truck, making sure you see me, that they're all doing it from a negative position. They not doing it from nothing positive. They doing it from something negative every time. You know, some dude want me to do a photo shoot thing. I'm like, I'm gonna be so busy moving, I ain't got time for a photo shoot through the city. The heck? I'm like, it sounds nice, but for whatever he's doing, but I don't mean I'm not a photo shoot type guy. It's just not, you know, no offense, I'm just not that dude. But in December, I'm gonna really be, that's my busiest month. It's the fourth quarter. It's winning time. Bulls versus Lakers. Who in the world want to see that? Well, it's like this. Has Fogel lost the locker room? That's hard to say. It's hard to put a locker room on a guy. You know, he's definitely, I don't think a lot of people really respected him as the head coach. You know, they just look at him like, yeah, whatever. We know it's LeBron's team. We all know what we got to do. Let's just go do our job. And whatever he's talking about, he's just talking about. That's how they look at it. Me, I've always been different. My whole attitude has been grind to get it. You know, that's how I think. That's how I move 100% through the day, is grind and get it. So when you see these different things every day unfold with these players who just fall in line and follow commands and orders, you know, it's cool. They're good little soldiers, but you get those people that also say, hey, I'm a man too. And you ain't gonna be able to just talk to me any old kind of way. Those guys aren't gonna get the approvals like other players got. they're not going to get the same love. They're not going to get the same dedication. So I understand the disdain that some of them have. Like most of these younger players, or older players, have towards these younger players. Because they got, nobody was trying to keep them home from not going to the penitentiary. They didn't have that problem. So well, they played a zone. They played a soft zone defense because they couldn't. And I'm like, when they start playing zone defense, that's because they can't keep the guy in front of them. They played a soft zone for 3.5 quarters tonight. Okay, when they started the game, they weren't doing the zone. They rolled into the zone and like before the end of the first quarter, and then they start having success with the zone. And they was like, okay, it was on. And I was like, man, they're doing this to conserve energy and use the team to help out. But to beat the zone, you gotta, just like in football, to beat the zone, all you gotta do is once the guy get past the defender and he's in a certain spot in the middle, you make that inbounds pass to him. Guys gotta rotate over to him. Now that opens up the zone. So somebody's going to have an open shot now. So when someone plays zone, you got to stay with your man. If your guy's moving and cutting, and you got a guy that can't stick with him while he's moving and cutting, you have a problem. And that's all you saw was the point guard gets to the second level. The second level is just like this. There's a point guard, then there's 2 players, and then there's another 2 players. The first level is the point guard on point guard. Whoever guarding you is the first level. Once you get past them, the guys who come up to help, they're like the forwards, or whatever you want to call that. Shooting guards are mostly forwards. They come up, you get by them, then it's usually a center or another guard or whatever. But you get by them, all you're supposed to do is get to the second level. Now, if you get all the way to the goal from the free throw line by yourself, then you skipped a lot of the process. But you're supposed to get to the second level, draw the guys in, because once you get past him, now it's 5-on-4, because he's behind you. If the guy's behind you, he's out of the play. If you got the ball and you get past the defender, he's out of the play. Now it's a 5-on-4. Somebody steps up. It's up to you to find that open guy. Now they step up and you give that ball away. Boom, you got another guy now. Now it's 4-on-3. Your advantage. Now they're playing monkey in the middle because they're spreading out and guys have got to run around to try to catch that guy who's going to be the open shooter. So whoever gets that ball and they keep moving it is going to be an open shooter. So here's a team that has basically only skill they have is the fact that they with each other for a little bit. They know each other's style and they move the ball considerably. They work on fundamentals and start developing them from scratch. Chauncey's been trying to implement this in Portland, and it's a slow process because he's trying to get Dame to buy into being a real point guard instead of a 2 guard. Stop trying to be Steph Curry because you're not winning games that way. Trust the process. You need to play more like DeRozan. Go in, get that mid-range jump shot going. You should get that shot all night. Go with that mid-range jump shot and get back to the game. Get back to doing what you do. Hit the like button for that. The Lakers traded away their farm system. For quick fame, quick shot at the playoffs, quick last ride. That's what they wanted. They gave away their future for all of this. Now look at all the people that's gone. Julius Randle, all-star MVP candidate last year. Most improved player. Jordan Clarkson, 6th man of the year. Brandon Ingram, most improved player. Right? All former Lakers. Look at Lonzo Ball. Now he's shooting so much better. The guy down there in Orlando, in New Orleans, I think his name is Frank. He helped and did so much of a job with Lonzo Ball. He became known throughout the league as a fixer. All those years he spent with the Lakers, how did Lonzo not shoot? And shoot well from mid-range. DeRozan figured out if I play the mid-range game and could make buckets doing mid-range, the other team would start to emulate that and try to match me. Then I'll move it to the three-point line and try to move it back in. Well, the thing is, the Lakers are old. 37 is still 37. When you're 37 in the NBA, it ain't like a regular 37. This is 37 to the 5th power. You will be doing this for the rest of your life. You're giving the commands to your body, and your body ain't responding. Defensively, you're in a jam. You're in a rut, and you don't know how to get out of it. And because you don't know how to get out of it, you're consistently trying to fight it. Like it's gonna improve and get better as long as I keep practicing and I'm gonna keep pushing the envelope. It's gonna get better. No, it ain't. Especially when your talent is athleticism. LeBron James knows his marketing and his value is only spent putting all that millions of dollars on his body. Your body and your organs on the inside of that body is 37. No matter how much you look like a dominant NBA player, this is where you are right now. So anything that you talking outside of that or around that, it's like, come on, man, get real. Now, for me, I never had a problem with most of these dudes like everybody else. But the Los Angeles Lakers, what's up, JF? Yep. But like I always said, man, LeBron lose chips all the time, B. And I'm glad they losing with him. I'm glad they losing with him right now. Because people need to know that the Lakers' problem It's deeper than that. You got to quit shortcutting the process. LeBron is always trying to shortcut and take cheating breaks, and y'all got to stop rooting for that. You're making people feel like they're entitled. LeBron crying and whining, then you got other kids crying and whining. They learning that from LeBron. Why are we teaching that to people? You got people wanting to feel sorry for Scottie Pippen. Oh, Scottie Pippen, well, he shouldn't have said this. Scottie was hurt. If Scottie Pippen was hurt with that BS, Scottie is just trying to ride the wave to make some money off a book. I hope that he gonna blow through that money, then what? He gonna make another book? I Hate Michael Jordan Part 2. Scottie, you was a lame, and now you look just like you. He don't even realize he made himself look even worse. That's how dumb he was. But I'm gonna holler at y'all. Don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe to the page, all that. The Cash App, y'all should have super chatted. I'm gonna end up taking that down. But most of y'all ain't getting it because of the notification. They doing that on purpose. So the Cash App is Carceno, K-A-R-C-E-N-O, and I'm out the dough.